Greetings and welcome back to Switch to Linux. Are we ready to take a trip to SillyVille? Which I actually found out today is a real thing. I guess it's a kids program or something. I don't know. But anyway, we have supporters on today, and this weird guy just showed up. I haven't seen this guy in like a long time. Hi, Quint. Summer's over, school's back, so hey, why not? But greetings, everybody else. We also have Ben and we have Dan on today, and if you are a supporter on Think Life Media or on Patreon, you can head on over there and grab the latest links. If you are one of the ones that the Think Life Media logins occasionally are getting goofy, let me know and I'll get those fixed as soon as I can. So, also I do have an ebook and an audiobook to push up to Think Life Media as soon as I can as well. I can now push Josiah Sanctification ebook out, so everybody on $5 or higher on those channels can grab those. And I have the Happy Holidays audiobook, which I've not put up yet either. But all right, so we're going to SillyVille because it's been a crazy week. And just so you guys know as well, everybody watching, I actually have a poll on my community tab. And because I went out into the surplus store and I found a $5 power supply. The problem is it is a 1/4 of an inch too large, so it won't fit in my case. So option A, keep looking for a PSU that fits. Now, PSUception, by the way, I bought the PSU at the PSU supply store. That's the Penn State University supply store. So $5. So if anyone needs those things, man, they have an awesome store, and they have a lot of eBay auctions. I got 2 Nikon cameras going on there right now and a bunch of other stuff. But 29% right now says keep looking for a new PSU. Oh, wait, hold on. Let me refresh this in case anyone jumped on the poll briefly here. It looks like I might have to make a Franken PC because you guys are all telling me to make a Franken PC here. I don't know. Let's see. We got 29% say keep looking for a PSU that fits. We have 37% say remove everything from the case and build a redneck Franken PC, which I think I will do in a nightstand drawer. Number 6% are saying buy a second Omniplex. So I bought, also at the PSU supply store, I bought an Omniplex 7010, which is a Dell micro tower, and it has a 3rd generation iCore Core i5 processor, 8 gigs of RAM, and actually they embedded in all of these guys little dedicated graphics cards as well. So it actually is working, so my media PC is running just fine off of that right now. And eventually I'm going to repurpose that as my backup web design computer. And 28% say look for a nuke. Am I saying that right? The nuke it all? No. Buy the NUC, which is the thing that Quint suggested, which is the little Intel microcomputer. So, and I'm leaning that direction. But 37% of you want me to build a Franken PC. I don't know. What do you guys think?
Franken PC.
Franken PC, all right.
I mean, if you can't get a brand new power supply to make it look nice, you need to go the opposite direction and build the Franken PC.
I guess first I need to test the current power supply that's too big, see if it fits. So, I don't know. What do you think, Quint? Franken PC or
probably the Nook. Just
Nook?
find one that works.
Yeah, that's the direction because I'm trying to minimize things out, and so I really like this micro PC because, man, it's just like half the footprint of the other one, and I mean, frankly, the specs are actually a little bit better. I mean, this is a quad core i5. The other one was an AMD A8. That one had 6 gigs of RAM. This one has 8. This one actually has dedicated graphics. I don't think it's good graphics, but hey, it's dedicated graphics. And it looks like the kitty just came back from vacation. Hello. How are you? All right. So, any other fun news before we dive into this? I guess I need to look up to... Yep. Good.
I bought that Nook probably about 3 months ago to put in our other house because we needed a computer over there, and it's worked fine. Mm-hmm. It has elementary OS on it because my parents use Mac, so it looks like Mac. Okay. And I never had an issue with the i3.
Yeah, I do not like the i3 processors. I always found them a little bit laggy, but of course I always have run a little better processors than that. But yeah, so you're finding it does fine. You can watch videos and things.
I put what I did is I put 8 gigs of RAM in it. It does not come with RAM and OS and an SSD. There is a processor in it. Mm-hmm. So I put 8 gigs of RAM in it. I put Just a 2.5-inch SSD. They're 2.5-inch hard drives, not 3.5-inch that fit in there, like the laptop ones.
Yeah. I
And so
think I actually have an M2 SSD floating around somewhere. So, I mean, if I get one without a hard drive, that would be a logical choice because I don't think there's anything on it. I think the only system I have that can't even run that is my big tower PC, but I don't bother with it. So.
Yeah, and so I put just a SSD, just a normal SSD in there, and then elementary OS, and it works fine.
Hey, Vince just jumped on. How's it going, Vince?
Hey guys.
All right,
Hey,
Vince. What's your thought, Vince? Should I keep looking for a PSU that fits? Should I remove the whole thing from the case and build a Franken PC with redneck style? Should I build buy a second Omniplex that I just found for $75, or should I look for getting the Intel PCs?
Well, the Franken PC sounds quite fun to do.
Yeah.
I think replacing the PSU might bring some problems because I'm not quite sure if the motherboard's been fried as well.
Well, yeah. This is the thing is I found a PSU today that's $5. The problem it will not fit in the case. That's why Franken PCing is an option.
You could still get it just to test out the motherboard and see if it still works. You don't have to get it in the case. You just plug it all in, leave it outside the case.
Yeah.
But I would. I mean, if you're trying to minimize, I'd second the suggestion of a Nook.
Yeah.
Because I think I was telling you yesterday that we have about half a dozen of those at work, and some of them have been running like non-stop for like 5 or 6 years.
Sure.
And they've been rock solid reliable.
Yeah.
But if you get the kit, normally you have to get the SSD and the RAM separately. Yeah. But they all come with processors.
Yeah, I have an M2. Is it M2 SSD? Is that the?
Yeah.
Yeah. What you can get is you can get the short version, which only supports an M2 SSD, or you can get the tall version, which supports an M2 SSD and a 2.5-inch drive.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah. All right. So the computer here, and frankly, I love this setup. It's just I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this Omniplex as my web design computer when Windows 7 rolls out of its support life. So I like it, but and so it's gotten rid of the urgency to do anything right away. So currently this guy it's an Intel Core i5-3475S CPU, which is a quad core 2.9 gig. It has 8 gigs of RAM and, well, I'm not going to talk about the hard drive because that's all thing.
Newegg had refurbished ones for $100.
Yeah. All right. So graphics card here. Now these all came from Penn State campus. Penn State campus actually put dedicated graphics cards in all of them. So
610s probably.
Okay. This is a Radeon HD 7570. Any idea what that one is? Turks Pro. It says. I have no idea what that is. I'm not a hardware guy.
This is probably like 700 pass mark score.
Yeah. I don't know.
It seems decent. I don't know, but just by the sign of the model number, it seems pretty decent.
Yeah, the only thing is it only runs on a DVI output, so fortunately I actually had one to use. So,
what are you planning to do with the PC again?
Okay, so this is my media PC, which is general search, distro testing, YouTube videos, playing media, just the general purpose stuff that doesn't cross any specific line of work.
If that's the case, then i5 is going to really do, I think.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so that computer itself is going to eventually turn into my next web design computer, I think. So that's
what was the graphics card, Tom? 5770?
Oh, hold on. That sounds about right. Let me pull that back up. Where were you? Okay. 7570. Radeon HD 7570. What do you know about that one?
Here's an Optiplex for $225 at Newegg.
Yeah,
that's kind of like modern.
They got a dozen of them at the Penn State surplus store for $75.
Wow,
and they have dedicated graphics cards. So.
I would buy one if I was up there, but I'm not up there. And there's none of the colleges here have surplus stores.
You've got to be careful with those ones as well, especially if they're the small form factor ones, because they only take a slim graphics card. They won't take a regular one.
Yep. Yeah, that's what's in it right now. So I'm happy with the computer. Probably the best $75 I throw at a computer for a long time. It's gotten rid of the urgency to do anything now. But eventually that does need to come off of there and be mapped as my next computer because, my Windows 7 computer is now, I bought it as a floor model in 2010. So, and I'm surprised it's still alive.
Because for
After
one of
looking at
those,
this thing, you're going to have to find an Optiplex power supply for it to fit in that case.
No, okay, let's clarify. The Omniplex is perfectly fine. The Omniplex I just bought today to throw on there to replace that PC. The Lenovo is over here needing a power supply unit and possibly other things, but I know its power supply unit is dead right now. So the question is, what happens? What is the final fate of the Lenovo computer? I could redneck it, or I could get a new PSU, or I could just dump it.
What'd you do to it?
Power supply died.
Did you give it a heart attack?
Apparently. You know what I did? It was the only time ever I used the terminal to schedule a specific shutdown sequence.
It was all that fire.
I must have actually went in there and just typed in complete sudo destroy PSU death 70 minutes. I think that's what I did.
It was all that fire streaming you were doing.
RMRF.
The fire
PSU.
did it.
Absolutely. All right, let's go ahead and jump on into SillyVille. Shall we jump into SillyVille and then we can come back and talk about the hardware stuff later? All right. So first and foremost, is anybody here into retro gaming that you might need like a CRT TV? Anybody?
I've got old retro consoles, but I don't use a CRT for them.
Yeah,
I'll use like an NTSC capture card.
Yeah, well, if you do, just go ahead and move to Virginia, because this guy dressed as a TV walks around and just drops old style TVs on people's porches. He's been doing it for a couple years now. He only seems to do it in the month of August. And he'll go on in one night, he'll canvass entire neighborhoods and drop 100 TVs off. Dressed as a TV. And is this, I think we have, yeah, here we go. Here's the GIF. Yeah, look at this bad boy.
CRT TVs, you can't get rid of them anymore.
It's like $25.
Nobody will take them.
Yeah, well, this guy here, this guy I'm sure will take them because he's just going to drop them off on people's porches. And yes, he is wearing one on his head. I don't know, but if you happen to need a TV, like I said, he's been doing this for a while now. The police are generally deployed when he strikes to come by and collect them all and take them to the dump. So,
one of those pictures is a Ring camera.
Yes, it is a Ring camera. So the police are well aware it's happening. Guys, I forgot to introduce and say hello to everybody in the comments. My apologies, guys. Let's go ahead and jump over there before I jump to the next news. All right, True Meme Master says Adolf Sniffler. Okay. Hi, Adolf. All right. My audio looks a little quiet. I think I'm just too far away from my mic. Let me try that. All right. I think you should be matched. Ashton, how's it going there? Clock of Friend, how's it going there? What's the stream about? We are tripping. We're just talking about crazy news, man. Tomorrow is the weekly news roundup, tech and privacy and stuff. Today, it's just crazy, silly, all the way. We even have a Florida man section at the end. You got to stick around for it. All right. Other news. Birthday's in 2 weeks. Well, happy birthday, Ashton Snap. Remind me on your birthday, and I'll give you the happy birthday screen. All right. Michael, how's it going there? I love your work, Michelangelo. By the way, I watched. It was from Leonardo, actually. There was a documentary I saw on the Last Supper. It's very fascinating. Saw it the other day. Let's see, Hunter, hello. STS, greetings. What broke? My power supply unit, at least the power supply unit. Hello, crisp people. Greetings. Crisp banana? Build the Franken PC and the Scooby-Doo lunchbox. Ooh. Good eye, folks. I think we got one from Australia, Vince, by the way. Okay. 43110. Getting new computer sent in for review channel. Very cool. Very nice. Pizza says find another PSU. Ashton says get it either Franken PC or the Nuke. Hello, Brendan. How's it going there? AMD H5750. It's terrible in Linux. It seems to be working fine in Linux for me. Okay. think you need no mode set just to boot. Booted just fine. How much VRAM the graphics card got? I have no idea. Okay. Oh, Pizza's into retro gaming. Well, if you need a TV, man, just move to Virginia. Where does Guy get all his CRTs? That's a good question. Nobody knows.
I know here it's almost hard. It's really hard to find a place to dispose of them, and you can't throw them in the dump.
Yeah. Well, I mean, up here, Pennsylvania, you can take pretty much anything directly to the dump, and because they're just like, if we don't have that, people are just gonna heave them down the embankments.
We have electronics recycling here every month.
We do too, but they will not take anything with a CRT in it.
Like, ask them, how do I get rid of it? Oh, I gotta figure it out. All right, I'll figure it out by dumping it out of the car on the highway. You know.
Remember, my dad just put one of our old ones. He just put it on the corner and said, put a message that said, "Free, it works."
Okay, Brendan wants to know, Vanilla Arch or Manjaro? What do you guys say, Vanilla Arch or Manjaro?
Manjaro.
Vanilla Arch.
Probably Manjaro.
Okay. Vince?
Manjaro.
Okay, Manjaro. I was going to have to come in for a tiebreaker, but we already have a quorum on Manjaro, so run Manjaro.
Unless you've got a couple of days to spare.
John Sweeta, I did check Craigslist. The best I found is a PC for like $55. Nobody had free PCs to give away.
You can do a compromise. Endeavor OS is a very much Arch system that has the look and feel of Manjaro.
Nice.
Yeah, I have that on my list to look at. I'm a little bit.
I ran it for a whole week for Big Daddy.
Yeah.
Arco Linux as well is very good.
Yeah. All right.
That's what I'm running now.
Back to news. So, guys, I've been warning you guys about the smart devices in your house, and this teenager knew a whole lot more about these smart devices than her mother did, because her mother was sitting there going, "You're too much on your technology," or like I think she took them away because she wasn't taking out the garbage or something. Takes away the phone, and she figures out how to text on something else. Takes away this. Finally, takes away all the other stuff. So the girl figures out how to text on the smart refrigerator. Okay, so I was reading through this article, and okay, I do not know if this is going to tweet, but I'm talking to my fridge. What the heck is my mom? Confiscated all my electronics again. All right, says Dorothy. Now, Dorothy's mom, I have some advice for you, Dorothy's mom. Get your child into therapy because she's clearly addicted to technology, and then get all this stuff out of your house so your daughter quits tweeting on the refrigerator. All right?
I was going to say, give that girl a prize. Jeez.
No, I'd give the girl a prize of a trip to the psychiatric hospital. If you read this article, she's crazy. She took all my texts, so I'd pay more attention to my surroundings, says the teen. Well, she found the smart TV.
Sorry, Tom. It's not crazy. It's cray-cray.
Oh, it's cray-cray. That's right. It is cray-cray. I felt mortified. I was worried because I've been bored all summer and Twitter passes the time for me. That's the line right there that said, no, lady, go see a psychiatrist. Because I felt mortified. I was worried because I've been bored all summer and Twitter passes the time for me. No, find a better hobby. Sitting on Twitter all day is not a good way to be. Hey guys, my mom is at work, so I'm looking for my phone. Wish me luck, says the refrigerator. Guys, I've been warning you against having your smart devices. Get your smart devices out of here, because if they don't, I'm telling you, they're going to take over the world. Now, we might fit it in the news tomorrow. We might not. But another one of these smart devices is the one company's smart ovens are turning on and preheating to 400 degrees overnight. Just be aware. Be aware. Yeah.
Does that mean you'll bring your oven to the stream tomorrow?
I might. I might indeed. If I talk about it. All right. This is a good one here. Huffington Post brings us this one. By the way, I'm not a huge fan of Huffington Post. I find they're crazy, but they do have a good odd news section. I got to say that. Police catch a parked motorist playing Pokemon on 8 different phones. Driver was pulled off on the road's shoulder. Spots supposed to be used only for emergencies. Hey, man, it was an emergency. I had to update my status.
Oh, my goodness.
So yeah, like No citation was issued since Smith did not see the man driving while occupied with the game. But because park on the road shoulder is only acceptable in emergencies, the officer asked the male driver to put the phones back in the back seat and get on with his trip. See, there is a state, though, this is perfectly legal, and that is Nevada. Nevada does not have any regulations about being on the median. In fact, if you ever drive through Nevada on the interstate, there's big signs. Feeling drowsy? Just pull over anywhere. Nevada's the only state I know of where you can stop legitimately and just stop and sleep in your car on the side of the highway. I'm not sure I'd want to because people are driving by at 95 because there's very few speed limits there. Depending on where you are. Like I-80, they have to keep the speed limits because of the mountain passes.
Yeah,
but in the straight desert parts, it's literally 95. It's the speed limit. It's kind of cool. Like, I can legit drive 95. Yeah! All right. So in Nevada, you can play Pokemon Go on 8 separate phones. But anywhere else, you can't. Just don't be driving. In Iowa, they yell at you. They tell you not to play Pokemon Go. I drove through Iowa the summer that Pokemon Go was released, and that's what was taken up with the big state LED banners all through the state. Yeah, don't play Pokemon Go on the interstate. Did we need to be told that? Does anybody need to be told that? Anybody? What's your guys' thoughts on this?
It's a release of liability. The state is not going to be liable for you playing Pokemon Go, so they give you one warning, and if you're playing it and you get hit or something, it ain't their problem.
I mean, did we even need a warning not to be playing a augmented reality phone on our game?
The state felt it needed some defense in case the issue came up.
Okay.
I don't think they were liable anyway. I mean, idiots are going to do idiot stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, but at least the state is protected against the idiot stuff.
I think they're going to be protected either way. Go ahead, Vince.
I think we do.
Hold on, Quentin. Vince.
No, I've never played Pokemon Go, but can you catch more the faster you're going?
I don't know. Anybody? I've never played Pokemon Go either. All right, Quint, go ahead.
I was just saying, I think we do need that because some people are just really stupid and just want to play Pokemon Go while they're driving.
But the really stupid people will pay no attention to your signs anyway. So, I mean, it gives us something to talk about at least. I don't know.
I got them walking around out on the highway out here looking for those stupid things.
Oh,
you got to give them these old things.
Oh, there you go. Is that a Game Boy?
Yes.
It is.
Nice. Where'd you get a yellow one? I've never seen a yellow Game Boy game.
No, that was Pokemon Yellow. It was like 1999 or 2000. Is
that for the original Nintendo or Game Boy, or is that for?
It's a Game Boy Color game, but it'll play
Color.
In regular Game Boys
and
Game Boy Advance.
Yeah, but there ain't no thrill in it if you ain't bobbing and weaving in between moving cars and trucks to get it.
Yeah, there you go. I'm gonna get that one. I'm gonna get it. All right, you guys in the comments. Anyone play Pokemon Go? Do you get more of these the faster you go? Let us know. And I'm going to look at comments right now. Orange vanilla. Okay. Let's see. Tweeted from the smart toilet. Oh, boy. Don't worry, guys. Toilets are going to show up today. This is SillyVille. Let's see. Typically go to Vanilla Arch. All right. Hobbies are now
a picture of a.
She's rebelling against what parents are doing. Nothing wrong with texting. Yeah, I brought the microwave. Did I bring it? Was it the microwave? Yeah, it was the microwave I brought on the stream, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I'll have to fit in that oven so I can bring my toaster oven to the screen. But I don't know. I don't know if I should because I think technically I'm not supposed to have a toaster oven in here because State College is stupid. And I don't want to come up with a Jessica Yaniv situation, have some police SWAT team knock down my door because I showed my toaster oven on my stream. Alleged toaster oven. Alleged.
Are you not allowed to have a toaster oven outside the kitchen where you are?
No, it's like all of the leases in this town I know of. It's like toaster ovens are bad. They're of the devil. I actually think my toaster oven's a little safer because it doesn't stay on the counter. It never stays plugged in. It's never unattended, but it's infinitely better on power and electricity than the giant oven is when I just need to cook something that's for one person, I don't know.
I mean, it's just a big green screen behind you, right? You're not actually in your real apartment. That toaster oven could be anywhere.
Oh yeah, that's right. I'm in my studio, which is in an undisclosed location because swatting stuff, you know. All right. Okay. No law prevents stupidity. Yep. Worst things you could do with one's time. You can catch them in specific locations. Moving is actually counterproductive. All right. Game stops if it thinks you're driving. Well, I think, though, that's probably something they put in recently. This was like right when it... Oh, there you go. Brendan says, achievement unlocked, 100 pedestrians killed.
Does anybody remember the game Carmageddon?
No.
Yes.
Vince
vaguely,
does.
Yeah. Where you have to mow people down. Is that the one?
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, is that going to be like somewhat closely related to like
GTA?
No, there's actually, this was one of the first ever earlier controversial games by Atari. It was based on the old dystopian Death Race 2000, right? And the original title of the game is for Atari 2600, I think, or 50, I don't know, whatever the Atari was. And the game was literally you had to go and hit people because that's what the dystopian movie, was that from the 60s or 70s or something called Death Race 2000, where the government was sponsoring different people to drive around, and the more people they killed, there was a population control thing. And it was an old, crazy dystopian movie. Well, there was an Atari game based on it. But it caused this amount of controversy because they're like, you're hitting people, and the people are saying, oh no, you're hitting goblins, and they changed the name from pedestrian to something else. I forget the name of it. I think it was actually, they might have called it Death Race. I can't remember. But it was old. It was one of the first ever controversial video games back in the day. Yeah. All right. Next article. Oh, woman puts octopus on her face and then ends up in hospital.
Oh, boy.
I mean, the things people do for selfies. That's what she did. She put the octopus on her face to take a selfie with it. And the octopus, of course, bit her face. And then she got a bad infection. And she ends up in the hospital. Yeah, okay, let's see here. I grabbed it off the hook, took a picture for the photo contest. Maybe selfie cameras should be banned. Selfie cameras induce stupidity. How's that? She put the cephalopod on her face and said the tentacles covered her ears and nose. It was perfect for a fun photo, except when the octopus bit down on her chin. My friends noticed my face had changed, she said. We couldn't get the beak to dislodge. It was like a prong. She eventually freed herself from the octopus and bled profusely for 30 minutes afterwards. There's still a pus socket there and under my chin, she says. All right, guys, we have to put up warnings. Don't put cephalopods on your face.
She really should just call Sigourney Weaver. She would have just shot her face off.
You know, just... Yeah, pretty much. Her photo has since received worldwide attention, but she won't find out if she's won the $100 photo contest until later this week.
Tom,
Okay, so this is a $100 photo contest. What was the copay for the ER?
Probably more than that.
Mm-hmm.
Quint, what's that?
You haven't switched articles.
Oh, you know what happened is I bet my alternative web browser thing is stuck again. Hold on. Thank you for that. No, not that. There it is. All right. Sorry, guys. Yeah, interrupt me earlier next time. Thanks. Every now and again that happens. All right, so there we go. There's the woman with an octopus on her face. Oh, yeah, all that for a selfie. We should definitely ban selfies, shouldn't we? All right. Let's see. Next. Oh, yes. I think I saw that. I think I saw this on Philly DeFranco show, I think. Gang leader attempts...
a very big octopus.
Yeah. All right, gang leader attempts a prison escape, escaped as his own daughter, dressed as his own daughter. So his daughter comes in to visit, and they're working on building him a face mask that looks like her. So she comes in, I guess hides somewhere, and he puts on a face mask to dress as her. And then I don't know how this is supposed to work. It was an ill-advised attempt here. So yeah, he puts on, look at this. He puts on his daughter's clothes and the face mask and, actually, yeah, was found out. Yeah.
That's
Please,
kind of nuts.
Send him to jail for longer, I guess. Any fun discussion on that one?
No good behavior for him.
I mean, at a minimum, they noticed 2 little girls leaving. If it
Well,
worked.
I think that his daughter was like not leaving right away. Like, she went to the bathroom. He tries to get out, and then she goes to get out, and so, oh, I can't find my ID, is what it turned into, because she had to have ID to get in and out, right? Yep. Switch articles. Yeah, my apologies, guys. I did not know the articles did not switch. I was trying to keep the... Oh, no! I bet it just did it again, didn't it? Hold on. Oh, no, there we go. All right. Okay, so police forced to delete criminals' mugshot because people can't stop making fun at their hair jokes. This is hilarious. I think I actually first saw this on... I forget. It was... It might have been V, or I don't know. I remember where I first saw this. So where I actually first saw this is the police are literally telling people, stop making fun of this guy's mugshot or we might arrest you. Literally, that's how dystopian UK is becoming. But what happened is this guy escapes and the police release his mugshot because they're looking for him. Okay, here's his mugshot. All right. So, internet does internet things. That says he, so they say the police are saying he walked out. So, so the jokes begin. So let's see the list of jokes we have. He walked out of the complex at precisely 7:30 and his hairline at 7:45.
Wow.
Another person joked. He was last seen in town. Police are combing the area. Push his release date back further than his hairline. That should teach him. Jokes about being about his hairline being on the run, and one person wondered if Gwent police should take their search to Edinburgh because of the annual Fringe Festival was on. Oh boy. And then the police finally come out and said, "We're really grateful to everyone who's assisting, and we must admit new comments made us laugh," says the one guy. However, the line is crossed. When the line is crossed from being funny to abusive, we have to make sure we are responsible, remind people to be careful of what they write on social media. Remember that harassing, threatening, or abusing people on social media can be against the law. So, yeah, the police are coming out and saying, yeah, all these comments are potentially going to get you in trouble. All right. All right, guys. All right. This is the T-Rex run. Let me turn down the audio here. So it's the T-Rex run. I don't know. I'm trying to remember if this is a 5K.
Oh
here.
my.
Oh lordy. Our world is a crazy place. Believe the daughter was found dead in a cell? No, she was arrested. Cross-dressers are getting really disturbing these days. In Germany, escaping prison is legal because it's only human nature. Is that a joke or a comment or a reality? I don't know. Should have glued the mask.
I was gonna say, at least the police here actually, for a time, they had a sense of humor.
Yeah.
They had a Twitter account, and what they were doing was when they were catching like these guys in hotted up cars, they were tweeting, "Sick man, look who we caught today," and that sort of stuff, with a picture of the hotted up car.
Wow. All right. Oh, and close that one down. All right. This is a good one here. All right. Minnesota man whose wife died after a meth-fueled death party is sentenced. What? So apparently, meth guys, not even once. All right. So apparently, his wife was dying, and she wanted to go out with a bang or something, and so, I guess he got a bunch of meth and OD'd intentionally, I guess. So I don't understand.
Are you okay, Ben?
I don't know.
Yeah, I'm fine.
Ben, are you all right?
All right.
No, no, it's the mug shot. I hope Tom is going to show the mug shot.
Oh yes, the mug shot is there. Yes.
Yeah, it's pretty funny.
So guys, this is your public service announcement. We have a PSA, guys. Meth, not even once. Okay, not even once, guys. Meth, not even once. Just I'm gonna leave that sit there for a little bit for you guys, and let's check in on the comments. So you guys will have to see the screen, monitor there, the YouTube channel, see what they're looking at now. You guys with kids will have a different perspective on Thomas. Pizza has to go. See you later, pizza.
It's pizza.
The Rock really lost it after doing meth. All right. Check his name. Dwayne Johnson. Is that The Rock? Yeah, is that The Rock's real name? Dwayne Johnson? Anybody
Yes.
familiar with The Rock? Is it?
Mm-hmm.
I can see the resemblance. Almost looks like his undershirt's on backwards, isn't it? All right. I think this is our last one before we enter Florida. This is New Zealand. My apologies. I thought it was Australia, but it's New Zealand. Sorry, I get all confused.
Close enough.
Close enough. Yes. Monster penguin find. This was Ben. You sent this over. You want to talk about the monster penguin here? Oh, is Ben still there?
Oh,
yeah.
sorry.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So apparently they found a new species of giant penguin from fossil record. This penguin is 1.6 meters tall. So
Yeah, that's about 4.5 feet tall, about.
Yeah, about the size of a short human.
Yeah.
And 66 to 56 million years ago. So
okay. So
that should please Tux.
All right. So at least all right. It should replace Tux. All right. Do we have a picture of him? Should we just start doing Tux logos? All right, guys. Any other discussion before we get into Florida? Because Florida always deserves its own seperate section. Go ahead.
Can I add an article?
Yeah, absolutely. Can you shoot it to me on Google and I'll post it?
I'll do that. Hang on a second. I read it yesterday. I was going to send it to Toss because, Toss does this stuff. But then I saw you were streaming weird news. There you go. It's also a penguin news one as well.
All right. Let's see here. More penguin news.
It's kind of sweet, actually.
Oh, really? Hold on. It wants me to sign into Google first.
Gay penguin couple.
I'll put it in the YouTube chat.
I got it. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's good. I got it. All right. Gay penguin couple given egg after failing to hatch stones. Wow. All right. Let's read this guy here. You want to give us a run through here?
It's from Berlin Zoo. It says a pair of male king penguins at Berlin Zoo are about to become parents by adopting an egg abandoned by its mother. Zookeeper said it became clear the male king penguins were a couple within weeks of their arrival in Hamburg this year, as they displayed partnership rituals. 10-year-old Skipper and Ping, that's funny if you know penguins in Madagascar, soon began displaying their instincts as nurturers by trying to hatch stones and even fish, a zoo spokesman said. We just had to put the egg in front of one of them, and he just knew what to do, a zoo spokesman said. We are sure they're going to be good parents because they were so nice to their stone. Oh.
Wow. Interesting. Okay.
Apparently, same-sex penguin couples are not uncommon, but raising them
together they're just putting things in the water. They're turning the freaking penguins gay. I had to include the word because that's an Alex Jones statement, of course. So my apologies, but I had to, you know. Any other comment on the penguins or otherwise before we go to Florida?
I wish I had an article, but I don't have any.
That's fine. That's good. All right, are we ready to go to Florida? Let's go to Florida, shall we? All right, we got to start with the least exciting Florida news. All right, so Florida man takes golf cart on a wild ride through Walmart.
Okay.
So yeah, I don't think that's a police chase here.
It's a brilliant idea.
Oh, turn down my sound. All right, turn down my sound, dude. Stop. Huffington Post, fix your video player. All right, so wait. Where's that footage? Oh man, they cut it off. I don't want to hear the interviews. I want to see people going crazy with the footage.
That guy's too young to do that.
Oh, there we go. The security guy's chasing him around. Trying to stun gun him. Man. Only in Florida. What's up there? Hey, Ricky's on. Ricky, you made it just in time to talk about Florida. Was that you, Ricky? That was Ricky, wasn't it? All right. All right. Florida man arrested, threatened neighbors with nunchucks. Police say sprayed them with roach spray. Ben, you sent this to me, right? Want to give us the lowdown on this dude here?
Yeah, he threatened his neighbors with nunchucks and bug spray and injured himself in the process.
All right. Did he injure himself with whacking himself, or did he get bug spray in his face?
Oh, there's a photo of him, and he's got a goose egg on his forehead and bloody nose.
Well, you know. Well, guys, careful of Florida. So it is something in the water. I'm going to present my evidence that it is definitely something in the water because it's not just the people going crazy in Florida. Here in Florida, a raccoon gets stuck in a vending machine. So here you go.
It's a solar event.
Must be. I don't know. So yeah, we got a raccoon stuck in a vending machine. He's just like, dude, someone put in $1, push F5, and get me out of here. Like, it begs interesting questions. Like, I mean, I guess how did he get in? Probably crawled in there, but it's like a lobster trap, you know? It's like
it's Rocket.
It is. Better watch out, man. Groot's coming for you, man. Yeah. Groot's gonna come get you. So, Pine Ridge High School in Deltona, 45 minutes from Orlando. Yeah, we got stuff there. I think we have to do this one next. Alligator captured at a Florida Walmart. Oh, I don't have pictures on this article. Come on, man. Pictures, or it didn't happen, right? Oh, apparently, that's there's Facebook pictures. That's why. Facebook blocked on this network. All right. So, authorities in Florida said sheriff's deputy and a professional trapper were summoned to eject an 8.5-foot alligator found at a Walmart store. He just needed some clothes, man. Deputies responded to a call about an alligator in Walmart as they arrived to find the 8.5-foot reptile. Yeah, they dispatched a trapper to the scene, and the deputies helped to load the gator into the pickup truck. Of course they came with a pickup truck! What is wrong with you, Florida? They didn't call the animal control, they just called the local redneck. Ding! Got me an alligator in the truck back seat, yo! Alright. And for the final
Florida's
proof...
got a lot of gator stories.
Yeah, so the final evidence, Florida toilet explodes after lightning strikes a septic tank. So, yeah, go ahead and mute this guy. Let's see if we can get some pictures here. Oh, this is an ad. Let's let the ad play out. So basically, the explosion was the loudest sound you ever heard. Also smelled like smoke. That the plumber told her lightning hit the methane gas was built up in the pipes from number 2Es. I don't know if that was paint peeled off or an explosion. I'm not sure. So, oh boy. Yep. Careful with that. Yeah.
Oh my God.
The toilet went down the crapper. Well, yeah, that's our SillyVille news for the day. Any other final comments on the news here? Let me flip through our comments here.
That's some pretty wild stuff. There's definitely something out there floating around the planet.
Well,
all right.
It's probably floating around the sky now because it's exploded.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that thing went down the crapper. All right, Keegan's college nominated him for the National Honor Society. That is totally awesome. Congratulations, my friend. And all while using Linux. Awesome.
Yes.
Use that speech. You got to get up there, do that final speech up there. And last thing you got to say, by the way, guys, switch to Linux. All right. What's the problem trying to get fixed? Tyrannosaurus Rex. Why not call Linux Penguindos?
I mean, they had a Lindos forever ago.
Yeah, I think they got sued by Microsoft, and so they had to change the name.
Yeah. Kind of funny. As if anybody's going to confuse Windows with Penguin Lindos. I don't know.
Yeah, they changed the name to Linspire, if I remember right.
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, it was Lindos, I think. Yeah, if it's Lindos, Windows, I could almost see that. Is there any possibility to make using Windows a crime? No, but there is a possibility to use Linux as a crime, probably. And then, trust me, the Linux or Microsoft will be pushing for it, you know. Apparently on birthday...
Microsoft loves open source.
What's that?
Microsoft loves open source now.
Oh, of course they do. Yeah, I believe them.
Yep.
Guys,
But can I tell you about this, Tom? That Mozilla released, it was a new version of Firefox called Firefox Preview. It was a new version of Firefox for Android that was supposed to be a super privacy-focused version, and it was only released on the Google Play Store.
Wow. Wow.
You can actually get the APK from GitHub, but it wasn't very it took me a while to find it. It wasn't obvious.
Wow. I mean, that's...
But all the links I saw from Mozilla's websites were get it from the Google Play Store.
It's like, guys, if you really want to champion privacy, then why don't you say, hey, get it here or the Play Store? I'm okay with it being there. But, I mean, honestly, though, Signal does a very similar thing. Like, they do promote they do promote it's there, but you have to walk through several warning screens to confirm that you want to download it.
And it's not even noticeable on their site. You were the one who told me about that page.
Yeah.
How did you even find it?
I was hunting and hunting and hunting. Yes. Apparently on birthday in Florida, a man was arrested after murdering his coworker in Burger King Love Triangle, which was the actual title of the report. Wow. Florida people are fancy. The only thing they have to ride on Walmart are the old riding lawnmowers. Alright. Someone needs black flag that guy. Only police are allowed to perform a raid. Miss the old dirt greeters they used to have. The qualification to do the job was breathing. Hey, we still have some of those. We had one. I'm pretty sure he died. I haven't seen him in a long time. He wasn't looking good the last few times I saw him. But yeah, we still have some. Some of them look a little younger, though. It's kind of weird. And you guys have younger graders at your Walmarts? Older graders and no graders at all? I mean, I know Ben's Walmart, it's all robots, right? You're greeted by cameras.
Yeah, there's lots of cameras everywhere, and most of the checkouts are self. But they have more baskets now, which is nice.
Yeah. They put in a new Giant pretty close, and it has several lanes that are self-checkout but can be converted to a cashier, but still you still have to feed the money into the machine. It's like, oh, those are annoying. It's just like, wow. And actually the last time I was at Giant, they stopped allowing you to use a store, the store cards, right? Because I always say, almost every store. Well, Giant's the first one I know of in town now that will not allow you to use the store card anymore. And I'm like, you know what? I mean, that's like, I don't think I'll completely stop shopping there because they occasionally have good deals. And hey, at least they have people manning the lanes. I just use a friend's phone number for the card. But I don't know. I'll just keep asking them to use the store card and complain every time they don't let me. But,
we don't even have a Walmart near us. It's Target is the closest thing to us.
I got one of them too. They're in compete with Myers.
We don't have Myers.
We ran the Walmart out of town.
That's good. We have 2 Walmarts.
Just quit shopping at them. They get to a point where they don't make enough money to make the shareholders happy and the executives happy, and they just close the store.
Oh, Ben, that was such a good joke about the alligator story. He was looking for a pair of Crocs.
A pair of Crocs.
Zeus says, no, you can't go to the bathroom. Epic. Yeah, it's like the downs. Like, if you want to buy most things, you either have to support Walmart or Amazon. We got Target, which is close, but man, Target plays the political game, and I don't like that. I'd rather shop at Walmart than Target because of all the politics they try and do.
Myers comes in a close second to Walmart, but it's a Michigan-based. It's a Michigan-based company.
Yeah, we don't have it either. I've never even heard of it.
We have a Home Goods.
Yeah, we have one of those too.
I think I've only walked through there once. But yeah, it's like if you want something, and you can't get decent quality stuff anymore either,
No, you can't.
Home Goods is kind of a weird store. Like, there's just a mix of stuff in there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I've only been there once. I should check it out again.
I don't know. Do you have TJ Maxx? That's another one. Like,
oh, I thought that was just clothes. I think we have one. I thought that was
TJ Maxx has other stuff too.
Oh, really? Huh.
There's stuff like they have. There's soap that I like that they sell there. That's like it's normally like $8. It's like maybe $2 there. They have other stuff.
Huh.
Get this. Not only with Amazon Prime, used to get your stuff in 2 days. Now you get it in 24 hours or less.
Woohoo! I can wait a couple days.
With Prime, it's overnight.
My mom tried to order, like, there's a no rush option with Amazon Prime too, where it's just like normal Amazon delivery. And my mom tried to do that once because we were out of town and she wanted to order something, and it still came with the 2-day shipping.
Amazon shipping is weird. So like when I'm trying to order author copies, right, for books, it takes like twice as long to get the books than if a customer orders them. Which is kind of annoying because author copies means I want to get this quickly so I can preview it and make sure it's good and make sure there's no errors and make sure it's not going out with errors. So then I'm like, well, I got to order author copies again. And this is when I was going to be out of town for a week. And so I was like, all right, we're going to go ahead and order this now because it always takes 2 weeks. Well, what did you know? At that one time, they shipped everything out like the next day. And it's like, oh, well.
We have an Amazon paddy wagon comes through here every single day.
An Amazon paddy? Oh, yeah. Yeah. Look, MS is killing Windows. I don't know. What do you guys think? Is Windows going to go subscription only? What do you guys think?
Probably.
They need to fix their bugs first. I got an article here. Google discloses 20-year-old unpatched flaw affecting all versions of Windows.
Yeah, I think you sent that one to me, right?
Yes.
Let me boot that up. Throw that up on the system.
It's from the Hackers News, so what do you expect?
Yeah, this might have actually been in my news stuff for tomorrow, but let's go ahead and throw it up here now. I can't remember. If it is, I'll take it out. Right. So here it is.
I didn't really want to spoil it if it's going to be something a preview.
No, because I only have like 1 or 2 articles in the security section, so I'd rather dump it because I have a lot of really good articles. All right, so Google discloses...
something...
Yeah, go ahead.
Go ahead.
Go ahead and give us the update because I've not got a chance to read the article thoroughly yet.
I really haven't either. I just caught this today. It was sent to me.
So back when they did XP, they changed an They changed something in one of the applications. Now, it's a weird bug that doesn't have a real good chance of executing, but if it does, it allows you to get root privileges to access the System32 folder, which is in Windows. Very much. It's like the most, the operating system files in Windows, basically. So I have this CTF module, which basically it manages the input methods, keyboard layouts, all these types of things. Well, if you were to install a different language like Chinese or something on it, and then when you did that, it would give you command prompts to indicate what you're doing in Latin images, and that actually allowed you to bypass something and elevate your privileges. So this was introduced in Windows XP, and it exists up until it was, just patched.
XP was a malware magnet.
Oh yeah, that thing was all.
Are you talking about the remote desktop? Are you talking about the remote desktop floor? Is that the one?
I don't think this is the remote desktop one. I think this is something else, but I can't remember.
Because there was another one in the last couple of days for remote desktop.
Yeah, the remote desktop was also a very hackable and exploitable thing.
Now, on another note, I sent you a Linux news piece that has to do with a flaw in the kernel.
Okay. Is that that's this one here. All right.
This one affects me. That's why I got it. Someone sent it to me.
Linux finally has a fix for crackling audio input on recent AMD systems. Ooh, cool. Yeah, mine will do that occasionally, and I find now if you get the crackling audio, like it'll play and then it'll play crackling on like a 2-second delay. Is that the one you're getting?
Yeah, I'm getting that. I'm getting them all.
Yeah, if you just go and reset Pulse Audio in the terminal real quick, it'll actually fix it.
It comes right back.
Yeah, on Arch, it actually will just pause all sound for a little bit. On Arch, it comes back immediately. On Mint, it's possibly the version of things that I'm running because my Mint Cinnamon is a much older version.
Now I have one of those X373 or 470 motherboards as well that's affected. Mm-hmm. Those motherboards, both of them are compatible with the Ryzen chips they're selling.
Mm-hmm.
The Zen and Zen 1.
Yeah.
That's strange. I haven't had the crackling audio, and I've got a pair of Ryzens here.
Yeah.
But then again, one of them is running through a DAC, and that's probably.
Yeah. So Mr. Zaido says, so MS really is pro open source since they're destroying their own closed source projects. No, they're not. If Microsoft wants to demonstrate that they're pro open source, then they're going to completely start to support the ODT format in Word. Completely. There's no reason not to. They don't want to do that. They want DocX to be the format, and it's proprietary. So they're not pro open source. The thing is that, you know, people talk about embrace, extend, extinguish, and people are like, oh no, that was before, that was then, you know, they're really trying to help and do stuff now. No, guys, we always have this problem looking back through history that we fail to see the time period. Like in the Christian circles, I talk about this because the concept of miracles comes up a lot. And the reality is people are always there. You get the people chasing miracles. And the problem is that the Bible was written over a couple thousand years. And even then, miracles were rare. But we keep on wanting to look for them and look for them. We think things happen instantly and fast. You know, Microsoft doesn't wake up today, buy something, and immediately kill it. Embrace, extend, extinguish is a long-term progress. And that's why a lot of us are still skeptical of it. You know,
and the only thing we've got from them is a calculator.
Yeah, we got a calculator. Yep.
I mean,
it's also a big deal now.
Windows 3.11. That'd be good.
Yeah. It's a big deal now that they got a hold of GitHub because a lot of your flat packs and stuff like that are routed through GitHub.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Can I say one thing here, Tom?
Sure.
Yeah, go ahead.
So speaking of proprietary software, my principal said this was only to the juniors and seniors, but I overheard it that he wants everybody to use Google Chrome.
Ew. Punch him in the chops.
Dude, like, somebody needs to stand up to your principal and say, look, I know full well this is a private school and you guys can kind of say this, but do you realize what you're doing? Ask him that. Take him in a whole disc of DVD of the Project Veritas things with all the Google stuff and say, watch these and then see what you say. You know?
I don't think you I know you heard this, Tom, but I don't think anybody else did about how my principal said the other day that you can get banned if you try to or not banned, but you can get suspended if you try to mess with the software, the monitoring software, the content filter thing that's installed on your own personal computer.
Mm. Yeah.
Sure.
So,
I know you heard that.
Yeah. So you own the computer. You bought the computer. They required you to install their software on your computer that you are not allowed to uninstall. Yeah. That makes a lot of sense.
It actually isn't a piece of software. It's just an SSL certificate that makes it so that it runs through all SSLs run through a service called Securely that they can see your internet usage through.
Yep. Yeah, and you know what? Your internet usage is on your computer is none of their business. The only people that have a right to dictate what you do and don't do on your own internet computer is your own parents. You know? With the schools in this world need to stop trying to be the parents. That's my thought.
Which I have it set up. What I actually ended up doing is I just have a what do you call? I just created a fake certificate that says that basically it says the same thing as the other one, but it just doesn't do anything. So they think that I have it installed, but I actually don't.
Yeah. Run it through a VPN and then use Tor.
No, you can't. Can't. You get in trouble for using a VPN.
Tom, that statement about parents.
The funny thing about it is because some sites actually work fine without the VPN. Like Google works fine without the VPN, but like Wikipedia doesn't work without the VPN. You get all sorts of SSL errors. It's really weird.
Yeah.
Tom, that statement about parents with schools not interfering relies on parents actually being parents as well.
This is true.
But don't get me started on that. Yeah,
this is true, but still, I mean, so it begs this question: do we want to have Do we want to have kids who are, let me rephrase it this way. The problem is that there are good parents who do monitor these things that the school system is now interfering with what the parents say. So I think there needs to be a protocol in place. The parents come in and say, no, we're not accepting this as parents because X, Y, or Z. And X, Y, or Z needs to be a valid thing. I would allow that, you know.
But to try to look at it from the school's perspective, if they're doing it for a safety point of view, if they're doing it to stop harassment and bullying and stopping kids getting onto weird sites, that's okay. But if it's an all-encompassing monitoring thing rather than just a filter, that's an issue.
And it is an
all-encompassing
monitor.
This is, if you look at my screen right now, this is it. It's called Securely. It's just a filter. It doesn't actually do any monitoring.
How do you know
that?
that?
You can see your internet history, but only when you're on the school Wi-Fi.
Okay, so you have to be on the school's Wi-Fi to see the history.
Yeah, it's not like the other kid that you talked about where they could see it where he wasn't even on the school Wi-Fi.
Yeah, I can completely understand that. You know, what you're doing on the school's Wi-Fi is the school's business because it's the school's Wi-Fi. I can completely understand that. That's not a problem.
Yes, I think it's just, this is what we have, this filter thing here. It says cloud, it maintains age-appropriate internet, monitors for bullying and blah, blah, blah. This is what we have here. Yeah, I don't think we have any of this other stuff.
Man, school has changed.
Yep.
Oh, there's an AI thing.
Oh, joy. The AI is coming for you.
Right here, if you see, there's this happy robot right here in the picture. Yeah, but this is the software my school uses. It's just basically, I think the way it works is they change their DNS to route through to securely, and then they install the SSL certificates on computers that basically spoof the existing websites one and make it so that every website is verified by them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's the same protocol that the DNS hackers actually use. You know, they get you to get in there and they'll change the DNS on your router. This was a big bug we talked about on the channel a while back, where the hackers would get into your router and they'd change your DNS, and your DNS would route through their DNS instead of the internet's. And so with that, they could control. So if you're on Facebook, they push you to a fake version of Facebook to harvest your data. Basic same principle. This is the case of them using this for a security thing, which is, there's no problem with that. I mean, from a business model, it does make a lot of sense. It's a way that you can kind of control what's on there.
One thing I have noticed, though, is that you can't, somehow they're blocking other DNS services. But if you ping them, you still get a response. Like I have my DNS set to 1.1.1.1, you know, because on other Wi-Fi networks, I just want to have a more private DNS, and it still doesn't work.
Oh, that's right. Rosemary McLeod is fairly new to the channel. Rosemary, this is Quint. Yes, he is like very intelligent, runs Fedora, knows a lot about Linux stuff. So yeah, he was just out for the summer. So school's back. So we're glad to have you back, Quint. Okay. Chromium should be fine.
When I was in school, we didn't have computers. We had typewriters.
Yep, I remember those. Parents cannot do anything as it is a private school. So, yeah. I mean, I disagree that they can't do anything. The parents could still get together, and if 50% of the parents were parents and showed up and said, "Hey guys, no, we got to stop this," then they'll stop. They'll respond to the parents, because if all the parents pull out, their school budget goes, and that's it. So they'll do something, but it's going to take all of the parents stepping up and doing something.
There are some of my teachers don't like it at all, so teacher input could be a thing too.
Absolutely.
Like one of my teachers, he basically says, "I hate securely. You can use you can use a VPN as long as you don't tell the principal, or just don't be obvious about it."
Yeah, or just, hey, just don't tell me as the teacher, because you get into an issue where if he holds back information based on school policy, the teacher can get in trouble. But he might say, guys, I'm not going to rat at you. Just don't directly tell me you're using it. Now,
there should at least be an opt-out. There should at least be an opt-out where if you can just sign a disclaimer and say, okay, I take responsibility, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, I do understand the part about being on the school's network, though. I can understand it, but I still think that it's something that should have a lot more discussion than they're having.
The other thing I forgot to mention about it is that it does make you sign in with your school Google account. So basically what happens, you pull up a web page and you get this, I think I can pull it up here. It just looks like this.
And we're going to wrap up here in about 2 or 3 minutes because I want to be able to hang out with these guys for a bit.
You see this thing here. Anytime you get on the internet, you get this thing right here.
Oh, joy. Oh, we get to log in with the devil or the false prophet. Which one?
And so we log in with our school Google accounts, and then it lets us go to the internet. But if you use a VPN and all the other stuff, it gets all around this.
Yeah. Wow. So don't use the thing that'll get around our stuff. Yeah.
You got to be a cyber criminal to go to school nowadays.
Yeah, pretty much. All right, guys. I am going to be streaming on my other channel at 9 o'clock, which is about 45 minutes from now. We're going to be talking about stop elevating Christian influencers. Link for that will be in the chat, so that'll start there. Guys, give us your final words, and we'll wrap up the live portion.
It's fun to do these SillyVilles once in a while. As always, the great American hero, Florida Man, made an appearance.
Absolutely. We can't have a silly news without that.
And, raccoons apparently like Snickers bars and vending machines. And
they didn't say
like to shop.
Yeah, he was really a worm when he crawled in, but he had a Snickers and turned back to his real form. All right, Dan, what do you got?
Well, it's been really nice to get away from the norm and have some fun with this. On the subject of alligators, I was down in Florida a couple of years ago vacationing. I was in my room in the evening after dinner watching the evening news, and they had a helicopter chasing a car with a 12-foot alligator latched onto its bumper going down the freeway 50 miles an hour. If you haven't seen something silly, that's about the silliest thing I ever did see. And it's just flopping in the wind. It would not let go.
Oh, boy. Quint, final words?
Yeah, this was a really good news chat today. It was nice because this is my first week of school and I don't have to it was just good to start with something silly.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, good luck in school.
I'm so close to Florida that I hear about all this stuff a lot, but people in Georgia don't do silly stuff.
Oh yes, and don't forget, Zeus hates it when you leave the toilet seat up. Don't do that. All right, Vince. Vince, final words.
Thanks again, Tom. Everyone in Hangouts and the chat.
So,
I think I'm going to start planning my next trip to Florida.
All right.
Sounds like a really fun place to be. But before I do that, I'm gonna go check out the next Gay Penguin Pride Parade.
There you go. Absolutely. So the final at the end of the stream, our final results on my poll is 30% of you say keep looking for a PSU that'll work. 37% of you want me to build a redneck Franken PC. 6% say buy a second Omniplex, and 27% say look for a nuke. So I'm telling you, we might just have to build ourselves a redneck Franken PC.
Is there any way you can connect that power supply to that system just to fire it up?
Yeah, I'll figure that out.
A lot of times when them things go, they take out a lot more than just the power supply.
That's my concern. So, yeah. All right, guys. We will wrap this one up here tonight, and you can join me for the next stream in about 45 minutes on the other channel, and the link is there in the chat. So we'll catch you guys later. Waiting to clear, waiting to clear, waiting to clear.